Hello and welcome back to our Medieval Total War Holy Roman Empire campaign with Glorious Achievements mode. We are approaching a very significant date. It is currently AD 1199, and that means we are about to change eras. The eras, there are 3 eras in this game, well, not counting the Viking invasion expansion. You've got the early era, which we selected to start. You've got the high period, and then you've got the late period, and we're about to enter the high period. And one way you can kind of check that is, if you checked your Glorious Achievements goals, you'll notice that there is a bit of a, I guess I don't know that I'd call it a discrepancy, but around a couple of dates, there is a slight change in terms of when the points are allocated for your homelands. So for the most part, it follows a 25-year period, right? 1100 to 1125 to 1150 and so on. But at 1205, you'll notice that's different. And then we've got a 20-year period before the next time points are counted, and then it proceeds 25 years. We get another such point at 1321, and then finally 1453. 1453 is the end of the campaign. That is when things just finish. The game is over. At that point, we figure out who's ahead in points, and that's how the winner is determined. But those other 2 dates that are slightly out of step indicate the beginning of different periods. And not only are those significant for the counting of Glorious Achievement points, but they are also significant in terms of other things that can happen in the game. Units change, availability changes of certain units. In some cases, you can no longer train units that were available in the early period, and in other cases, you can unlock new units. So I think, for example, crossbowmen are about to come online in starting in 1205. Whereas, on the other hand, I'm afraid our nice, big, beefy Swabian swordsmen are not going to be sticking around. I'm not totally sure on this, but I think they're an early-only unit. So we may have to, we'll have to be training those guys out, and I'm just going to continue to train those until we can't anymore, essentially. So that's what's going to happen in a few turns. We're also going to see basically the end of the Crusading era. As you can tell, the points for Crusades are only counted up until 1204. And so that means we only have 5 more years to get a crusade to Palestine. I don't think that's going to happen. I guess in theory we could do it. We could get a crusade marker in Swabia. Well, we don't really have time even to do that because we can't get there in a single year. But that said, I don't think I want anything to do with more war around here. We're just going to keep things the way they are, with one possible exception. And that is, I've just been thinking, and probably this is something you've noticed long before, but I've got all of these units, all these stacks of armies hanging around here, essentially doing nothing. I mean, they're not really doing nothing. What they are doing is dissuading my neighbors from attacking me, but they are not being used, and I really kind of need them over here. So once the crusade points are counted and done with, bringing those units back to the homeland would be a good use of funds and a good use of my time. The challenge, of course, is getting them there. Now, what I had thought originally was I'm getting ships. We're getting trading established around here, which is really, really helpful. And we're sending ships. We're going to have enough pretty soon to get into the Black Sea. That will open up, obviously, several trade opportunities because of all the ports that are around here, but it'll also get us kind of close to our homelands. And so if need be, if we go to war with Hungary, we could have a back door to their lands through the Black Sea. But then I realized, well, we're probably just about as close to the Italians. Now, the thing is, the Italian fleets that are in the area, and I can see there's one here in the, I guess, the Ionian Sea, that will block our advance. So if this green boat remains here, there's no point in us trying to get ships over here. But if this green boat should go away, you're going to see that, in fact, I'm pulling ships down from the Aegean with the idea that if I have even one ship here, I can get to Naples. And I don't know who owns that currently, but if this green ship leaves, I will be able to at least see that. It could be the Pope, it could be the Sicilians, it could be the Italians, who knows. Maybe it's the Byzantines still. But if we can get a boat here and here, we can hit Venice, right? Or if we own it, we can just send our king back home. Wouldn't that be an interesting and triumphant return? So that's kind of what I'm thinking about here. I want to find a way to bring my boys home, and it might not be before 1205. It might be after that point when I feel like I can, sort of safely get the points. But I kind of need the men around here because I want to bring this Italian war to a pretty decisive conclusion. So what I'm doing for the next turn, we're going to resolve a few things. I'm attacking this army in Tyrolia. We've got people joining it from a few different areas. It's kind of a scrappy force. This might not succeed, but this is a small army, so I'm kind of hoping... Well, I don't know exactly. If they stick around and fight, it's going to be on a mountainside somewhere, so that's not going to be great. But we do have some Swabians. We do have some archers. It's an even enough force. You know, maybe I can strip away a unit of cav. Yeah, let's send Prince Rudolph. He'll. I think I'll use him up in Tyrolia. Meanwhile, in Venice, I'm sending literally everyone in Austria except for 14 Slav warriors who are hopefully going to hold down the fort. We're not really intending for this attack to win. And in fact, we may call it off because they've got a lot of militia sergeants. They've got some stuff that I don't think would be able to deal with our current forces. They outnumber us. But theoretically, they may move some of these troops around, so you never know. Really what this is going to maybe do is at least prevent them from going up into Tyrolia. So hopefully that'll pin them in place. We've got to keep a couple of stacks in Milan just to hold off aggression from Tuscany. And, you know, we may... Do I want to attack into Tuscany? I guess we could. I don't want to leave Milan open to this army. But if it's being pinned by the attack from Austria, maybe we could afford it. All right, what do they have in Tuscany? We need this for glorious achievements. So let's be super aggressive, I guess. Let's bring down Ferdinand von Kassel. Brave beyond belief. Fantastic. That's +3 to morale. He's got a ton of archers in this army. He's a great warrior. And so that's going to help him in battle. What else do we have? This guy. Okay, he's just fine. He's not going to be leading the stack anyway. I just wanted to make sure he was pretty loyal. But we are facing a better general, some more upgraded troops. We're going to outnumber them. And we do need to lower the taxes there. That's not totally enough. Let's see. Can we bring down these guys? Oh, it's so close. You know what? I think I'll risk it. We've got some troops being trained. I think we'll be fine. In the north, the big question mark is, do the Italians have an unbroken chain of ships, or is it just this one boat separated from everything else? Because, of course, we can't see all the ships on the map. We can see the ones that are adjacent to territories that we own, like Provence, for example, for now, looks onto these places, so we can see the Byzantines and the Italians have territory there, or have fleets in those sea regions. Well, let's just end this and see how they respond to that. I'm hoping that Venetian army is not going to just move over to Milan. That'd be really cheap. But the AI does do stuff like that. Okay, yep, they're going right up to Flanders. It looks like Venice is getting reinforcements. Egyptians are counterattacking in, okay, interesting. A lot going on. Okay, we are outnumbered in Flanders, but we are not outgunned necessarily. So 2 of their units here are the relatively useless ballista, and their general is not too fantastic. He's got a lot of peasants, 200 peasants, it's got to be said. And so, let's see, we've got more archers. Well, no, that's not true. We've got about the same in terms of archer numbers. And we've got a couple of useless urban militia, just single-man units. I think we got to fight it, though. We don't have any upgrades. That's going to be, you know, the big issue. But we've got a lot of valor. So I guess the question is, will our valored units, will that tip the balance, given that the AI has numbers and some units with upgrades? Well, either way, I'd love to stall them out here and hope that we can finally put a stop to this insane Italian aggression on Flanders. Okay, but those ballistas are not going to enter into the fight. They're probably going to place them pretty close, though. This is a little frustrating. I'd like to set up my guys in the trees, in theory. But I guess we got a decent slope way back here. So we'll go ahead and put all the archers kind of like so. May as well keep them on engage at will. Well, no, what am I thinking? We do need to bring him down so we can have guys behind them. I guess that'll be alright. Here's our general. Here's our Italian infantry. Here's our famous Slav warriors. And then, yeah, we've got just urban militia. Urban militia. And we do have, you know, some cav, but that's it, isn't it? Alright, we're definitely out of range of their ballistas. But let's just speed up the advance. Okay, they're attacking in the rain. Good for them. I guess we can put these guys on skirmish. Okay, they're definitely focusing attention on our left. We can put the Slavs up here. That's a mounted crossbowman unit, so I mean, the Italian infantry are really the ones that I'm worried about. You know, we've got mounted crossbowmen, we've got archers, that should be able to deal with them. If they attack, we've got stuff to counter it. This is their only cav, but then again, we don't have cav either. I mean, I want to preserve those mounted crossbowmen, just in case we get some kind of lucky opportunities. Let's just push with our Slavs, if they will respond to it. They may not. They may figure they'll take the engagement. Oh yeah, we're going to waste arrows on urban militia. Okay, fair enough. There they go. Just keep it going. But, I mean, we can't really follow up too well because you can see these Slavs are just going to rout completely. All right, we want to turn our guys, and yeah, let's get archers up here. I guess we can do like this. I wish they weren't coming at me in this this sort of slanted way, but you know, it makes sense, right? That's what I would try to do, try desperately to get some kind of height advantage. Now, their archers can beat ours in melee, so they may want to hold them, they may not want to hold them back. And again, our archers do have valor. It seems to be more than theirs. But as you can see, the problem now is they're just getting really close, like way too close for me to be comfortable. So I'm thinking we're going to lose this one. Got militia sergeants coming in on the left, marching quickly. We're going to try to, you know, skirmish away. Let's hit them, but their Italian infantry is just going to get up on the left. I guess I'll bring my mounted crossbowmen around to the side. This is not going to go well. It's going to be another one where we're going to be pushed back into the fortress there, and we'll have to get some kind of reinforcements, I guess. Let's see. We can take out those mounted crossbowmen. I don't know. Take them out. All right, let's hit their militia sergeants. All right, we're at least taking them out of the fight, but I have a feeling that our mounted crossbowmen would be better used than something else. Let's get our archers. What are we focused on right now? All right, that's actually good. Wearing down those militia sergeants. Let's hit these peasants. Let's hit the peasants. And let's head into... Okay, those Italian infantry are actually losing slightly, and I don't know what their archers are doing. All right, and my cav is probably going to lose here. We're in the woods somewhere. We're fighting with their cav. I'm just expecting we're going to lose it, but maybe I should check to see if... Yeah, they're skirmishing away. So fine, we're both out of the fight. I guess we're even then. Oh, some of them are routing. Okay. Peasants running away. Oh my. All right. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. Great, great, great. Where's our cav now? Because I could really use them. Are you running? Come on, just catch these idiots. All right, we outnumber them 2-1. Oh, this is so good. Okay, but we got to be careful because they get a lot of archers. Let's go ahead. Very easy to accidentally deselect your units in this game. And they're going to route, thankfully, they're going to route really quickly off the field. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Yep, they're coming back, so we do have to be careful there. And I'd love to get my cav back. Great, okay. We're going to come back. We're going to hit these archers in the back. Okay, some archers are running. Great. That general is not coming back. He's already off the field. And we just need to keep them on the move, and they're going to hit our cav. And what are we going to say about these guys? Well, let's see. We can make the peasants route. And these guys already routed once. I bet a downhill charge of archers would not improve their day. They're attacking. How is this going to go? Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. I've just been burned too many times by these very, very surprising Italian armies. All right, what did I just misclick there? I accidentally selected a unit when I meant to have another unit attack. Very easy to do in this game, and that, of course, is the one thing that you wish was different about Medieval Total War was that they had some more functionality for that right-click mouse button, because doing everything, moving, selecting, attacking with one button, it's just so easy to make mistakes. But I think they are, if not all routing, they are on their way. They got to be on their way. Okay, we've got the ballista crew. That's what it is. So we'll send in the Slavs to deal with that. Maybe these urban militia one-man units would like to be a hero for me. And yeah, let's try to get as many captives as we can. Take those Genoese sailors. Possibly we're going to get some ransom out of this. I don't think they had any great governors, but oh my gosh, I'm just very happy about this one. I really, when they started moving up at the flank there, I thought we were going to lose that. All right, and we'll just chase them. And I think they're going to get away. Okay, great. Very, very nice. 168 prisoners. Got some valor for my guys. Maybe we got a command star out of that. Okay, here's the other battles, though. Garrison sallies in Tyrolia, so let's take a look at this. We do outnumber them by almost 100 men. They've got 36 Italian infantry with an armor upgrade and 3 valor, 44 militia sergeants. So I think they moved in a good governor. They moved some men around, didn't they? Because they had more Genoese sailors up here. So now that we've got archers, a little more archers, I think I'm feeling better about this. Yeah, let's do it. Prince Rudolph. What I should have checked, I can't remember how many heirs we have. It's less of a big deal for us, of course, because the Holy Roman Empire does get that advantage in that your faction will not die out simply by lack of heirs. All right, I'm just going to go straight for them. I know that they're going to be waiting on the other side of this hill. But maybe they're going to be slow. All right, and now everybody halt. And I'm going to send up some guys to flank. And we're going to fall back. We're going to do some fancy stuff. I have my Swabians run away. The other guys are going to hit them. Now they're about equal. I'm even thinking about, yeah, I'll have my spears take that, if we can. And this is the general, so if I can bag him. Turn around and get the Swabians. Are they marching up? They are. And they do have more militia sergeants, but is that... oh, my guys are routing. Okay. Well, That's just the Slavs. We won't read too much into that. But this is a 4-star general. We could get rid of him. Man, that would be nice. The other guys are sticking right now. Looks like they moved up the Italian infantry to guard their Genoese sailors. I think we got this. Our prince here has no valor. No, he just graduated, just got a point. 12, 11. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. I guess I can move up my archers slightly here. I don't really want to drag all of them over the crest of the hill. I'd like to... I would have liked to have handled this a little more efficiently here. But we still got 50 Swabians. Let's pull out, do another little charge. But they're going to fight on because they've got those crazy AI bonuses. Okay. Hit the Italian infantry there. Come on, come on, come on. This is literally all I've got. So I'm going to switch him over to the militia sergeants. Maybe one more charge, see if that will break them. They're losing. Nope, get out. Man, that's disappointing. There is the thing that I've not appreciated about this game, because apparently I didn't pay that much attention to it, was simply how effective upgrades are, at least for the AI when you're playing on expert. Yeah, these militia sergeants, look at this ridiculousness. I mean, granted, they've got a bunch of command stars. Yeah, I think we're going to lose. Yep, we're going to lose again to militia units. I can't say I'm happy about this. I think I want to preserve my Royal Knights. We're hitting the Italian infantry. If we could just kill this guy, but you know, he's basically cut through. All right, you're attacking without orders, buddy. Tell you what, let's get up the hill, and we're gonna get that militia sergeant. Swabians are running away. Maybe they won't be pursued. We could rally them. Alright, let's hit these militia sergeant. I think we've got enough, we've got some other heirs. If we could kill the general here, let's do a nice charge. There we go. Alrighty then. Very nice. Let's now loop around. And what are you archers? You guys are running away. Okay. Well, you're going to draw away those guys. If we get a nice charge on these militia sergeants. Swabian's winning easily now. We're not going to bring those spearmen back, I'm afraid, but let's charge in. Swabian's got to hold on. Those archers may come back. Break, break, break. Yes, 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 yes. Very, very nice. Okay. Switch. I don't think we're going to get those spearmen. Alright, let's get the Royal Knights out and around. Genoese sailors now are going to be the problem. Swabians, I told you to stop here. Let's get the Royal Knights up. Let's attack them. Let's get a nice flank. Yeah, those Italian infantry. Alright, turn. Throw everybody in melee. Gonna rally the archers. But I don't think I'm going to. There we go. The Italian infantry are gone. Genoese sailors now marching quickly. These guys may come back, but I'm kind of doubting it. And then that just leaves those 57 militia sergeants. Let's get around here, though. And let's just kind of pull around. We'll just kite these Genoese sailors, maybe get a few kills. See if the Swabians can catch up to them. I'm going to bring them right in line with our archers. If I can run away. There we go. We're finally getting some speed. All right, losing badly. There we go. Okay, yeah, they're coming back, but that doesn't really matter. We're going to just turn. We're going to get them. I'll cut these guys down, and then we'll deal with this issue. Okay, they're running away. Let's everybody halt. We got a few arrows left in the quivers. They're going to chase us to the edge of the map. There's just no way around that, which is really unfortunate because those 38 archers would be awesome if we could get them back. But let's start marching in that direction. Or actually, you know what? Let's wait. We're gonna see what they're gonna do. There's a possibility they may just leave the field. Okay, that's it for the archers, basically. I'm not going to actually have you guys fire. We'll turn away, and the archers are back now. I don't think it's going to matter because they're right on them so much. But let's actually use engage at will and just try to get away. Oh, whoops. That's what I'm talking about. I'm used to clicking where I want to look on the battlefield. Okay. We're going to charge them, and hopefully that'll be the end of that unit. Now, we are attacking here. So, what is this unit of militia sergeants going to do? I guess they could theoretically park on a hill. There are really not any hills on that side of the map, so I think they're going to be basically compelled to come back. But our archers are now gone. Their archers are gone as well. So are they coming back is the question. Where are the militia sergeants? Is that them? No. Okay, they're way off in the distance. Alright, our guys are very tired, quite tired for the archers. You should see the direction. Yep, they're marching right straight back for us. So we want to get on a hill. We want to go something like that. And let's see, I think they're going to come right back at us. They don't have to, right? Theoretically, they could just hang out at the edge of the map. Or they could go up on this hill and beat us on the timer, I guess. And maybe that's what they are going to do. Alright, let's move over here, see if they respond. Okay, yep. Alright, this is not the nice hill that I want, but it's the hill that they're going to allow us to be on, I guess. Good, we're getting some kills. Now, the army is basically destroyed. I think this is a 0 valor unit. I don't see any of the other flags. So we're cutting them down pretty nicely. Our Swabians now have a couple points of valor. Our prince, assuming he's still alive, well, yeah, he would be. He's the general. Our prince has 3 valor. I don't know how tired they are, but they've got to be exhausted. Or at least very tired. Yeah, worried by so many casualties. Alright, we'll do that. One more volley. Yep, that'll do it. Awesome. Alright. We've just been barely winning these battles. So we've got Tyrolia back. Let's see what they're going to do next. Okay, good. Palestine, the Byzantines are retreating. That's also good. The Byzantines need to get a bloody nose. Alright, the Italians retreat in Genoa. Awesome. We've conquered that. And we're invading Venice. Now, this is the one that I may pull off, because they outnumber us pretty handily here. Yeah, so let's call off the attack. That's not going to be good for this guy. He's probably going to get a bad trait. But just given the terrain, like, they've got some good hills. They could park those archers up there. And their units aren't great. But they've just got enough archers, right? These Genoese sailors. I think they would do too much damage. Well, shoot. Shoot. Oh, I meant to click call off the attack. I'm just so used to never ever doing that. You know, let's see if we get some rainy weather, which we don't have. We could call it off here, and yeah, we're gonna be like. Is this where we're gonna be? Actually, this is where we're gonna be, isn't it? We're gonna be up on the hill. They're gonna be down because we're attacking from Austria into Venice. So Venice is kind of a tough place to defend. We've got some urban militia, you know, 0 valor, but if we catch them, why not? All right, we're gonna have to get up on this little bit of hill. Okay, what are they doing? They've got a mounted crossbowman general unit. A lot of sailors. Well, let's just rush them, right? We don't want their arrows to be doing damage to us. So let's rush forward, get them on the slope, just do a downhill charge and kind of hope for the best. You know, they've got urban militia with valor. These guys, you know, just looking at their stats, what did it say? Weak attack, weak defense. So, you know, they're not like super inspiring units. Let's see if we can just catch him with a charge, right? I think we can. I think we can catch him. Alright, let's aim for the mounted crossbowman. I have no idea of this general's stats. Alright, maybe we want to wait. We are not going to catch him, actually. But we are hitting their mounted crossbowmen. They're going to get to a position where there is a hill. I feel like we need to stay on this, because if we don't, their archers are just going to turn around and fire at our backs. So we can't go back at this point. And they're also charging, you know, away from us. So I'll take these kind of free hits, essentially. These are the more dangerous units. Yeah, this is not a like a well thought out battle or anything. Obviously, I didn't even mean to fight this one, but even my orders here are not. I don't think they're the best, but I'm kind of thinking if we can get some losses here, this at least prevents them from moving these guys around. It hurts them a little bit, right? So that's got to be worth something strategically, even if this is ultimately going to be a loss. Yeah, their guy is shooting at us. Yeah, I mean, they're just milling around at the base of this hill. Yeah, just these 2 units of archers. Let's hit that one. That's just so obnoxious. But of course they're going to outpace us, right? I mean, I'd be really disappointed in a way if we could catch up with those lightly armored Genoese sailors at this point. The only thing is I really thought they were going to catch them. All right, we're going to just follow their general with urban militia and just charge up the hill with these other guys. And, you know, we may as well give loose formation a shot. Alright, so now they're going to push us off the hill with their urban militia. We're not doing as much damage on this unit as we were on the other, it feels like. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get up to the top of the hill. We actually finally caught up with the Genoese sailors. And chased our general, like, into the trees, basically. Here's the sound of routing sailors. And I don't think they will come back at this point, so we can take all of our units here. And let's see. Can we get them over on that hill again? It almost feels wrong if we could, but we may not be able to. We're at least keeping their general like really far away, so that's got to be good for us in terms of keeping their morale down. But yeah, they're following our archers all the way up to the hill. So I'm kind of thinking maybe instead, maybe we want to go this way, go down the hill, bring our guys, you know, ready to counter all of this stuff. We'll just see how this all plays out. We're actually fighting them. Oh no, we're just... Engaged just means we're attacking. So we're in charge range, but you see that went away, and now we are marching quickly instead. So they're going to get their general back. Okay, well, we'll bring them back to the hill here. I mean, is there any reason why we shouldn't do this? Maybe we can get them with a couple of units. Just really ridiculously spread out like a screen and just sort of get them sawed up in between those units. I guess it depends on how he's going to flee. He's going to realize that he's caught. Yeah, he can't go too far up this slope. And they've got their units like separate from each other. So yeah, let's do this. We'll bring these guys down. We'll take out. Maybe we'll take out their urban militia. Maybe we won't. Yeah, now it's the kind of tedious micromanagement of dealing with an AI skirmish unit. Nope, nope, nope. Don't go there. Shoot. Alright, we're going to go there. We're going to get him in the woods. And you guys, let's just shoot at you for a little bit. Maybe give a couple of shots. Marching quickly. They're going for the higher ground now. Alright, call that off. I think we got him now. The rest of the guys are going to come and help out. Alright, Swabian's doing well here. I mean, kind of evenly matched is so disappointing for this like elite unit, you know. It's like super heavily armored. I guess we're really tired. But still, urban militia is like a unit you can make with a fort at the very beginning of the game. It's... Alright, now is he withdrawing? No, he's just getting up just as much as he can into the woods. Now this is actually kind of nice for us. If they come over, if we can take out their general. They bring their archers over into the woods, they're not going to be doing that much damage to us. Now they do have some malicious sergeants, and they do have some other urban militia. So, you know, it's not all happy sailing. All right, I think we got him here. Yeah. Cut him up. We're not going to, you know, we're going to take losses, I would say. Because we're all strung out. I can't imagine that's good for our formation. Yeah, losing badly. We're going to be losing in terms of fatigue and all that stuff. But he's down to 2 men.
The enemy general has
all right.
been slain, and even Now his body is being borne away.
Alright, then let's get back to our hill if we can. What are they doing? Alright, they're following us up the hill. We're not shooting yet, which is... Okay, there we go. Alright, I'd say urban militia are a decent target. I will put you on skirmish. And the other guys... Yeah, I think we gotta run them. I think this is going to be the decisive clash here. They're going to be more fresh, but they just lost their general. And so now we're looking at some militia sergeants with 0 valor. Alright, guys, let's get out of here, please. Genoese sailors who are not even stopping to shoot. Probably because they sense that we're kind of on the run, right? And our guys can't get over here any faster. They're, like, going between exhausted and very tired. So the best we can hope for here is that we get a nice route. That we push them and get a nice little route. I'm just not sure if we're going to be able to do that. But already we've done a little better than I expected. Alright, getting some losing badly for the enemy here. Let's wrap around to the archers, throw them into... They've got no valor, but... doing some damage if we could get these guys over here in time. Just don't know. They're okay, okay. We got some breaking. With the militia sergeants. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, now everybody's running away. Run through those Genoese sailors. And, yeah, let's have you target those 50. Okay. That's going to be the annoying thing right there. In fact, let's bring the general over with the Swabians. I want to make sure that we're not going to get surprised when they turn around and actually engage with us. Let's see. They're going to be skirmishing. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just break. Break, 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 break. Ah, is that going to work out? Are they routing? They're marching quickly. They are not routing. Okay. We've also got some urban militia here who have not decided to flee. We've got some urban militia over there. We're chasing... Okay, 34 Genoese sailors. We can rally these archers. This is going to be a very stupid battle. Yep. Yep, yep. Really one of these stupid battles where you wish you had any kind of cav. Are we going to just lose it on the timer? Look at that. Well. Let's go after the urban militia and the other urban militia. These guys have already routed once. Not the Genoese sailors. Okay, urban militia routing again. And let's see. I'm just going to go right for the militia sergeants. And I'd love to take these guys into that fight too. But I think we got to go after these 34 Genoese sailors. So I'm thinking, yeah, we got to turn. We've got to deal with that. Yeah, and now they're turning. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know how this is going to go. It's a very goofy battle. And we're going to lose on the timer. Alright. Maybe not. Just in the nick of time. My gosh. I apologize for this. Ugh. So this is, that's about the worst of what Medieval has to offer in terms of battle. Annoyance. It's not a bug, right? It's not the AI doing something stupid. It's just very annoying when you've got archers. You know, that's what they do. They skirmish away, and then you've got to follow them. And I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but man, okay, so it worked out. We actually conquered Venice. I was not expecting to do that with this battle. Wasn't even going to fight that one, so I guess we'll take it. And we're invading Tuscany, and they're actually going to stand and defend it. Amazing. Okay. I think this looks pretty decent, actually. I'll go with that distribution. We've got just so many archers that I think we can just whittle them down. We got a trebuchet in there, don't we? I probably should have taken that out. Yeah. Well, why not set it up and just see if there's any chance at all we're going to hit anything. Otherwise, we'll just group everybody up, and I think this is fine. Get pretty much everything that is melee oriented on our left. And where are they? Okay, there's 60 urban militia, and that's probably where the bulk of them are located. So we may as well withdraw that. Mangonel. Again, I'm kind of surprised they were sticking around to fight this one. They are all in the trees there, so that's going to be... Okay, I guess we pushed them out of the trees. Very nice. I'm not going to go in there. Let's bring up, what do we got? An urban militia. Okay, fair enough. So we're going to turn, we're going to go... Actually, yep, they're going to bring forth their archers. I'll duel them down. We get enough. We've got plenty of archers here. And now we're going to watch out because they're going to rush us with their peasants, apparently. Let's bring our urban militia on and just get over here. Okay, their general is urban militia, in fact. We got more urban militia, peasants, militia sergeants, but they've got no reinforcements. So, I mean, really, we've got... Look at all the ammunition we have, right? We've got enough arrows to kill all of these guys, I think. Alright, some of our guys are running out, so we'll go ahead and withdraw them. And we want to make sure we ungroup them too, so we don't need them anymore. Let's go right like here. So we may get a big push back here. I'd say we're ready for it. Let's get into the trees. Yep, already some routing. They're right at the edge of the map, and so they're going to get into the castle. So this is not going to be like a clean victory where we just sweep the province and immediately get to use it, but geez, if we could hold on to Tuscany, I mean, I would love it. This is, of course, one of our goals. Let's go ahead and just hit their urban militia. They may out-valor us, but I think we might be tied, actually. Alright, we'll withdraw you, take you out of the group. Let's use our armored spearmen, and nope, they're not even going to be needed. But these might be upgraded urban militia, or they might just be getting some morale bonuses. Well, morale isn't going to help them fight better, but who knows what it is. Let's go ahead and halt our armored spears. Militia sergeants running away. I'll just let them all run away. You know, in a way, you kind of want more men to rout. There we go. When you're not going to capture any men, or when you know, let me put it this way, when you know that some men are going to get back to the castle, you kind of want a lot of them to get back to the castle. Because if there's only 2 guys inside, it's going to hold out forever. So you want a situation where enough of them are going to get back so that it's going to be a short siege. So ransom refused. Okay, we've got a loyalist revolt in Valencia. I have no idea what this is, but there are 2 rebel provinces joining that revolt. I think this was this the Byzantines? Because they attacked over here, and I don't think they could handle it. So good, if that's the case, good, and also kind of good. All right, Italians, you can have Provence, honestly. And we've got heresy in Provence, Toulouse, Provence, Aquitaine, and Genoa. This is the Cathar heresy. Okay. We've got some, this guy, I wonder if he's a famous person. Maybe it's just that the name Maximilian sounds very, very impressive. But he's irritable at any rate. Let's see, we can bring taxes down to very low Venice. That's not going to totally solve our problem. But yeah, I was reduced to training peasants simply to get 100 men here in Austria. So we'll just keep them in there. And hopefully the Hungarians won't take the swipe at us. I am pleased, though, that the Polish are still alive. They are still our allies, one of only 3 allied factions. But the other thing is, it is now 1200. And in about 3 or 4 years, the warning to not attack the Poles is going to wear off, right? The Pope has given us a warning to stop attacking the Polish faction. That is what allowed us to have that free hand to attack the Italians. So there's a chance within the next few years that the Pope is going to say, knock it off, and we're going to have to pretty much have to listen or get excommunicated. And I don't think I want to be excommunicated in this campaign. So actually, you know, I think we want to try to maintain our hold down here. And that might mean moving some troops around. 78. Let's see. This is very low. I don't want to change this. I think we want some more Swabians. And on the one hand, we go to Tyrolia, and then we can reinforce either of these places. And that might be a good move. But on the other hand, Burgundy is also theoretically at risk from either the Danes, if they break the alliance, or the Italians, who could just hit this very easily. So I think I want to send my Swabians to Burgundy. And again, we're just going to keep training more. We've got archers, too, that are coming along, so probably them. Move them over to Bohemia as a bit of a deterrent. Move these peasants down to Austria. And I think we're kind of in a nice place in terms of loyalty currently, so I'm not seeing that many terrible signs as far as that goes. Our emperor is back up to what looks like maximum loyalty, or maximum influence, rather. Maybe he could go one more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can it be 10? I'm not sure, but he's doing great. So let's check out. Yeah, Rudolph is my my general who actually took back Tyrolia, although it looked fairly hairy there for a moment. And he's married. I can't remember to whom. So he should take over when the current emperor dies. All right, still got loyalty problems here. What can we do about that? I mean, there's honestly not much. The thing that we could do, I guess, is assault the castle. This has a 3-year waiting period. Let's see. How bad is Tyrolia? It's actually not. We could risk that. And, you know, actually, I think loyalty improves when you initiate an assault. So it's for 93% now. If we do that, if we say yes, yeah, it goes up to 112. Okay, I thought I remembered that. So a little trick to try to remember that you can actually increase the loyalty of a province by initiating an assault. Okay, and here I think I'm going to move these guys over too, just to help out. We'll keep training more of those feudal men-at-arms, and just keep hoping that that Milan does not rebel, because I really want to make good use of this. Okay, I think that's just about it. Do we want to wait? Got some really, really nice bad traits on some of these Italian generals, like eager to retreat, so that's good. Low loyalty. This army could come back through Provence and into Genoa, but I'm going to let this siege. This is fine. We'll just let that stay. Tuscany, 2 years. Thinking it might be good to assault this one because I really want Tuscany. So let's end. Now we could also get hit with a big naval invasion. They've got a big army, I imagine, in Grenada. So that's going to that's going to help that. Now, why on earth could I see what was going on here when we get our news about loyalist revolts in Valencia? But I can't see anything now. I have no idea. We'll just have to keep thinking about that. Okay, yep, here come the people of Novgorod to crush the Polish. And the Egyptians are regaining some momentum. There's our counterattack in Genoa. And we've got an Inquisition happening. Okay, this is, I think, the first we've seen of this. And this is really ominous. So this is a papal inquisitor. I can tell because there's the inquisitor right there. He's got the colors of the papal states. So it appears that an inquisitor has taken upon himself to try, judge, and execute one of your generals. This situation needs attention before more forces are lost. And I don't know who Otto von Wittelsbach was. I don't think he was an important general. But this could be a big problem, so we've got to keep an eye on that. We've lost Provence, and Genoa is being attacked. That said, it's not looking all that scary. We'll just switch the order of those peasants. I think that's literally all I'm going to do. They're going to attack us with a useless ballista and only a single archer unit and some peasants. 2 peasant units, actually. Now, this is going to be tough. We've got these Italian infantry, but we've started to get some answers to that, I think. We've got at least 1 Valor on our Swabians. We've got a couple of 60-man feudal men-at-arms with 1 armor upgrade. So I think this is a battle we could actually deal with pretty well. We've also got good valor on our cav, so we can send this guy to take out their general, Lord Machiavelli. Let's do it. This should be a good one. Okay. Now we can deploy this because we are defending. And they've got a ballista. So if we set up right here, as tempting as it would be, they're going to be right here, and the ballista is going to be in range, which is really sad because fighting in the trees would negate the rank bonus for the Italian infantry, and this ground is just flat and boring. So we don't have anything really good that we can use. We can't even get up onto this wooded hill. We could set up here, I guess. That's not too bad. We're obviously not going to go exactly with this. We're going to move the archers out front. And in terms of our infantry, I like the idea of having spearmen somewhere on the flanks, probably. Yeah, so that's actually... The spearmen can anchor that flank. The feudal sergeants can be over here. I think this is going to be a little tougher. That's where they're going to send stuff. But, you know, speaking of the flanks, we could actually use some of these buildings to our advantage, because they are going to try to come around here. So we can sort of have a choke point, right? They can come around these farmhouses, or they can kind of go through the little village that's there. All right, we'll do like that. And I'll go with the feudal men-at-arms. Let's see. I want some urban militia here as backup. And I'll want feudal men-at-arms to be out front, I think, over here. And then we've got our 4 Swabians. So let's group them. We'll go like this. They can be kind of a long line, I think. Okay. Something kind of like that. Alright, now they may come right through the valley at us, but I'm thinking they're going to go through the woods. Let's see what they do. Okay, pretty much straight ahead. They are going to send some guys through the trees. Yeah, there they go. They're doing their flanking thing. Okay. Well, if they're going to do that, I'm just going to run my archers forward to get their attention. They don't have cav to rush my archers with, so I think we're good. I mean, they've got their general, but if they do that, then I think we're going to be ready for it. Let's like start firing, guys. They wait a little too long, in my opinion, for the firing. I guess I'm just used to like Rome, I think, where as soon as they enter range, your archers will start shooting at them. All right, this is it for their archer units. Okay, definitely got their attention now. Now I do want to put everybody on fire at will, so we'll halt. Now they're choosing their own targets, so they won't only focus on a single unit. Getting some firing back. And we're just going to let the archers skirmish away. There's a bit of slope, you know, kind of like there. If I were to rush these Swabians over here, we could take advantage of that. So maybe that's in fact what I will do. I don't think anyone's going to be trying to outflank us at this point. Let's hit the Italian infantry. Gosh, look at just how awful that is. They're just instantly routing our archers. So many peasants attacking. We've opened up a nice little gap for them. And our Swabians are like friggin' routing. Like, I just don't get it. I guess our general or our royal cav has decided to throw his weight in there. I really thought we'd do better than this. This is just embarrassing. Yeah, so we're losing this one too. Okay. Everybody withdraw. Jeez. Just everybody route. Everybody route. Jeez. Alright. I'm just a little disgusted by this. I don't get what the morale issue is. Like, I don't know, man. We can do so well in some battles, but then just so terribly in others. It's extremely swingy, and I'm not sure what the problem is. Okay, so this is our assault of Venice. Now, this is the thing I was worried about, because we didn't actually have all the men in the province when we initiated the assault. So I was wondering, I thought they would show up anyway, because this is happening in the following turn, kind of. But apparently that's not the case. They're still in transit. So all the other troops we brought into Venice are not going to participate here. So I'm going to call off the assault. And I am going to... I feel like just auto-calcing this one. We lost a lot of men, though, so I don't feel like that was too cheesy. We would have lost a bunch of men. Maybe I could have done better, but honestly, I'm not sure. At this point, I feel like I don't know what the matchups are in this game, at least for the Germans. Okay, so we pillaged Tuscany. We got some ransom. Yeah, let's pay for it, I guess. And we lost a bark, or someone did. That was in the Mertun Sea. That was one of ours, unfortunately. But it doesn't really matter because the Italians are still here. I was massing my fleets here in case they moved out, and they did not. Okay. So, apart from this awful performance in Venice, and like, what is it about these guys that they can rout my men? Like, I just don't get this. They've got a very strong charge, so maybe that's it. They're just doing getting lots of kills. But look at this. Okay, they retreated over here. Well, that's good at least. We may as well put taxes to very low because I'm going to move them out immediately and we're going to go for Venice again. We don't have a lot of time to try to get this, to go for Genoa rather. But we're going to attack Venice again. All right, and he didn't get any bad traits apart from, you know, the incest ones that he currently has. Let's go ahead and train an archer unit. I think, geez, all we can do here is just keep training, you know, stuff that's halfway decent, or at least that I think is. But apparently the game has different ideas than I do about what's a good unit. I would have thought, you know, the idea is swords beat spears, spears beat cav, cav beats swords, right? That's my understanding of the sort of rock, paper, scissors. So you'd think, okay, Swabian swordsman, this is kind of an elite unit, right? In that you need at least a castle, right? They're only available in a single era. They are effective against armor or bonus versus armored troops. They get a very good attack, and that's enhanced by their armor bonus. They got a good defense. I guess their morale is just meh. And in that situation, I don't think they were even outnumbered is the thing that's so irritating to me. Like, my men were not in a horrible situation. Is it my general? Does my general have a bad... No, I don't see any guys, at least who I thought was in charge here. I don't think any of these guys have bad traits. So let's take this guy for the morale bonus. We're going to hit Genoa again. Now, I'm going to hope they brought in all of their forces. And this is like kind of like the last showdown. You know, who knows, right? But let's see. In this stack, we've got a bunch of good stuff. We don't need him. We don't need a single spearman. Honestly, I'll just disband this guy. I don't need a secret pride waiting to be a problem. This guy I'll keep because he's got a lot of acumen. Okay, now what do they have here? It's, you know, 2.5 units of Italian infantry, which are apparently chainsaws. And this guy with horrible morale. But let's see if it matters, right? If he gets hit again. If he's actually going to be eager to retreat. I'm attacking a coward with my bravest general. And let's see. I mean, we did have some routing from the archers, so maybe that was the issue. Let's see. Let's throw in a Swabian unit. Let's get rid of some of these urbans, right? I guess they're probably not doing much good. And I know these guys have armor upgrades and stuff, but that doesn't make them... That shouldn't make them more deadly. Right, like it should make them harder to kill. Okay, I'm not seeing anything that I'm super excited about bringing with me here. I guess feudal sergeants. And yeah, let's bring the urbans just for numbers. We've got enough archers, right? We've got 6 units of archers. That should be enough. And let's bring in like one more unit. What do we want? Let's go with these guys. Feudal men at arms, kind of an under strength unit, but we'll leave all of this because I imagine we're going to get hit here. Is there anyone we want to lead Tuscany? Well, maybe it'll be this guy. Let's just give it to him. And since we're leaving so many guys, we can crank up the taxes, and we're going to be seeing almost 2,000. So, you know, economically, we're doing well. It's just these battles with these Italian units that, I don't know, please tell me, like, am I crazy? What am I doing wrong here? I don't fight the Italians very often, apparently. I do a lot of fighting. Let's see, where do I mostly play this game? I play the Byzantines, you know, early era Byzantines. So that's probably giving me very skewed experience. And I play the Viking invasion map a lot more. So I think that's the other thing. I sort of assumed that the game is more balanced on the European map because you don't have like the Viking faction, which is so overpowered compared to all the others. So I assume that this is a little more even, but apparently not. Okay. Do we want to do anything else? I think we're going to be good there. Since we've got some cash, let's go ahead and... I mean, we could get attacked in Flanders again, but we weren't this turn. And now we can train barks. So let's go ahead and let's get our keep and curtain wall up in case we need to retreat there. But yeah, I think Austria, we need to keep the training up. Alright, nothing good for mercs. We're going to bring archers down here. Okay. I think we'll stop there. All right, we did get another attack or another reinforcement into Genoa, but they moved a unit out. Is that their general who's afraid? Yes. Okay, so they moved out the 3-star general, I think. They're just going to hang out in the castle in Genoa. We're assaulting Venice Castle. I'm going to auto-calc this too. This is a proper castle, but I'm just not feeling it. We're going to go ahead and use the auto-resolve, and we're going to get a little bit of ransom for that. All right. 1202. We've got a couple more seasons or a couple more turns before the Pope is going to say knock it off. Now, we're seeing men being moved into here. They could move men over to Tuscany. There's no reason they could not. Could go for Royal Knights, but I don't think we need to. Or I don't think there's that much point, honestly. Interesting. We get Step Cav for mercenaries, but yeah, I'm not going to bother. This army's not looking too bad, but I guess you never know with these Italians, right? These peasants could be heroes in their own right. But honestly, I don't think so. They've just got maybe 1 valor. Okay, so who do we have inside now? Just, you know, more of the same units, but they moved the general out like they know he's a bad general. So that's kind of nice. Alright, but we own Venice now. Which means that if this ship moves away, I mean, there's no reason for me not to start building a boat. But if we can get the ship out of here, we can have a link with the Holy Land, which would be awesome. We can start getting some really nice trade income because there is some really good money to be had in Venice. So I know this goes beyond our glorious achievements goals, but I'm just so irritated with the Italians at this point that I'm no longer like role playing. I'm like actually you know, trying to survive at this point, it feels like. So bring down the archers. That'll get us close. Yeah, let's bring over the urban militia. Okay. That'll do it for now. I do think we might need to move Swabians in this direction. But let's also bring a spearman down too. Okay, do we want to just wait here? Because this is only going to be 1 year. They've got no port here, so this army's not moving out of Toulouse. This army could. Weak principles. Are they excommunicated? Probably not. No. So this army could just move in, and you've got a 2-star general, so that would add 1 to the valor of all these guys, which could be a problem. And who knows what they have down here? Because they could have a full stack down there or something. Let's go ahead and start moving my emissary. I guess I don't need my bishop in Flanders. Let's move him down to Spain. Not that we have a fleet there, but let's move him to Valencia just to see. And I'm going to do the same thing with my emissary. Move him over to, let's go to Grenada. Yeah, I think I'm just going to hang out in Genoa. If we get a big counterattack, I'll withdraw. And then we'll do a big counterattack out of Tuscany. That'll be the plan. Alright, the Poles are actually lashing out. Good for them, but now I'm seeing we share a border with the people of Novgorod, which is kind of scary. Because, okay, All right, very nice. We won. Hopefully that was the Italians. All right, we did not get an attack. Oh, awesome. Okay. And it's going to fall this season. This is their one chance. All right, so I'm going to bring in now these... Actually, this guy. He's got some nice armor. Check it out. We'll bring him down because he's not super loyal. And we've got a single royal knight with lots of valor. I don't know that there's much point in keeping him around. I'm just going to keep up the training for now of these feudal knights. But yeah, now we can go... speaking of feudal... going to say feudal men-at-arms, but yeah, we can actually do feudal knights now, which is kind of nice. I mean, just as soon as you can train them, it's pretty much the end of the early period in my experience. But, you know, they might be good. I'm going to queue one up so I don't forget. And how are we doing on cash? 1619, so pretty decent. I think I forgot to train Swabians. Let's queue those up. Again, I'm not sure how good they actually are based on their performance that I've seen, you know, the past few turns here. I'm not all that impressed. All right, that's terrible. Let's switch you around. And here, I think we've got enough archers in Bohemia. We need some more units down here. Okay, Saxony. Let's see, what do we have in here? We've got a single militia sergeants. We've got some feudal sergeants. Then we've got a regular spearman unit. We can go feudal men-at-arms. You know, the thing I'm not sure about is exactly the prerequisites for training Gothic knights. But let's go with a church for the morale of the units that we're training. I'm just going to, for now, keep training those feudal sergeants. Okay, and let's go with... Yeah, let's go with the church down here. I think we need to work on our morale. I think maybe that's part of the issue. I do have a church here, but that's only adding +1. I don't know. There could have been other factors. All right, we got princesses. We can use them to scout. And yeah, I guess we'll just check out all of Spain. Yeah, that was an Italian fleet. Very nice. All right, we're training another bark up here. And pretty soon we'll have one that we can put into Flanders. Or into the English Channel, rather. I guess we may as well go ahead and add a port. And then we can start getting a shipwright. Maybe getting some trade going. Okay, we do want to check loyalty here. Prince Rudolph managed to take Venice, and so let's go with that. Alright, this should be the fall of Genoa if we are not attacked. Okay, that may have been it. I think we may have taken the steam out of the Italians. Wow. Alright. Yeah, look at all these stars on these Byzantine and Egyptian generals. It's all very intimidating. Okay, we got some unrest in Lorraine. That could have been worse. That could have been a faction reemergence. Alright, Genoa has fallen. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. 1204, and that is going to be the last year for Crusades. We just need to hold on to our Crusade provinces for this one season. Now, theoretically, we could be attacked hard by the Byzantines. We've got a bunch of guys here. I guess, you know, we just have to hope that's enough. I did train so that I could get Turcopoles. So, yeah, we've got enough money. Let's train up a few of these guys. Get a nice even 4. And we've got another bark. And the sea lanes are now open. Let's see. We've got our 2 ships. We're going to bring both of them. No stars. But this should be enough. We get this ship here. Next season, this bark is going to be completed. And then our realm will be contiguous, and we can get our king out of here. So, in Tripoli, we've got all but 1 slot. And do we have the other places? We've got the same thing in Swabia. Well, so we need to build up. All right, what can we build in Swabia that's not one of these things? I guess farming, right? We could go farming. We could go trade. We actually have a trade resource. You know what? That's going to be 2 seasons. Let's do it. I want to make sure that my kings are going to come of age, so to speak, in Swabia. And here we've got just a peasant uprising, it looks like. Train some militia, and let's see, we can probably grab some mercs for this. I guess we could go with catapults. Now, you know what? That'll just be annoying. Let's move some guys. The Italians have not attacked us yet. Let's bring all them over. We'll go with another archer and spearman just to replace that. All right, public order, or loyalty rather, of these guys is not as good as it could be. So I'm wondering about the influence of my king. Yeah, it's back down to 4. No idea what the issue is there. I guess we gave back a few settlements, right, or provinces. We sort of traded back and forth. We did some withdrawing. Overall, though, I feel like I came out ahead, right? We own all 3 of these provinces, and we got Tyrolia back and Austria. So I think we've done better than that should indicate, but we're doing better than this indicates currently. Maybe it just takes a few turns for this to catch up. That could be the issue. So what I'm going to do is I'll bring him back into Venice next season. But we're also going to see next season who exists in Naples. Is this something that we can take? Is this actually feasible? I'm checking for... So I'm checking Rome. That's the other thing, because this is also one of our achievements for the Holy Roman Empire. You got to get Rome if you want to get the whole thing. And that's worth 2 points by itself. The problem with Rome is, of course, that is held by the Papal States, and I really don't want to start a war with the Pope. Pretty sure that would be instant excommunication. So what we could do is try to use subterfuge, theoretically, if, like, for example, this is very lightly garrisoned. There's, like, just over 100 men here. Loyalty's low-ish. If there were no border forts inside this settlement, what we might try is to get, like, a really high-level spy in here, not that we have one, and just try to cause some unrest. Unfortunately, that's not going to be possible. Border forts are going to just be death for our agents, so we can't do anything tricksy like that. The best we could hope for is that someone tries to take advantage of this, like maybe the Byzantines or somebody, and they attack it, and then we move in, take it from them. But now that we do border the Pope, you know, I'll see who owns Naples, and it might be time to try to end war with the Italians. No idea where their king is, but he's probably stuck on Corsica somewhere. So let's see. They don't have really anything that good in Grenada. They've got some troop training capability here. I guess they could own, like, Morocco, but let's see. So here's one thing you can do. If you leave your agent over a province, you can tell you who owns it. So that's the Almohads. This is probably Almohads as well. Yeah. Just checking. Okay, yeah, Almohads own all of this. Let's go to Sardinia then. Yeah, the Spanish are doing all right. They've got Spain pretty much locked down. I will keep an eye on the Byzantines' expeditionary force over there just to see. Yeah, we're going to have to check this because we've got either agents or some kind of bad events that have been causing public order to be an issue. Alright, but let's see. Genoa. So, nice thing about this, now we can make our own Genoese sailors. We do have... Okay, this is not like any valor bonus or anything, but it does allow us to train Genoese sailors, and maybe the building up, the master boyer will give us that. Genoa also has trade goods, so kind of nice. Let's go for the watchtower, and now Provence would be really nice to have. So I guess the other thing is, we could theoretically go and take it. Problem there, we'd have to defend all this coastline, right? And the Italians could theoretically bring armies in from these island provinces. So I don't think that's really super feasible at this point. But something we'll have to think about for later. Alright, I'm sort of wondering if I want to give this guy a title just for loyalty's sake. Or one of these archers. Yeah, you can be Lord of Austria. How about that? This way I don't have to worry about loyalty. And you can get a feudal sergeant as well. Alright, this should be fine. We're going to have an urban militia on the way. We've got 100 spearmen. And we've got our Swabians, and we've got archers, and more spearmen coming. And right. Franconia is now low. That's the issue. You get moving guys around. And you lose track of stuff. Alright, last year of the early period. Let's see if we can train Swabian swordsmen after this. Alright, so someone else owns Aragon, and not the Spanish, because they invaded it. Okay. Let's see. I think I want to fight this. I want to control who's getting the damage, because we do not have... we don't have the luxury, I think, at this point of just auto-calcing everything. Even something like this. So, let's go ahead and just group everybody up. I know we can deploy anywhere, but I don't think it matters all that much. Let's go like this for a slight bit of height. They're going to have to come through the trees at us, I believe. Yeah, and so we're just going to focus on those militia sergeants. Want to get the general nice and close. Got to babysit these Swabians, apparently. Especially these militia sergeants. I mean, when they've got upgrades, this is a really good unit. And I just underestimate them because they're relatively easy to shoot up. Now, their general is a peasant unit. Alright, so they're in loose formation. Watch them get into close formation. Yeah, they form up and attack as soon as... Okay, we'll switch over to the peasant general unit. Yeah, evenly matched. Winning slightly. What on earth? I've got to really rethink my my valuation of Swabian swordsmen. We've even got an armor upgrade here, and we're losing fighting downhill to militia sergeants. Alright, finally we're starting to get a bit of a win against them. Let's bring over our spears. Alright, we are getting some friendly fire. Finally, they're routing. There we go.
The enemy general flees.
Alright, so 39 Swabian swordsmen. So we basically lost a third of the unit to militia sergeants. And I really, if you'd asked me, 3 or 4 episodes ago, who would win? I would say, well, I would assume the Swabian swordsmen, but the militia sergeants would probably be able to damage them in the right conditions. But no, apparently they've got great morale. They're very strong. Obviously, they've got good defense. Let's see. Let's release... let's release them all. Let's see if that helps public order. I don't know if it will. Okay. So, we've caught and killed an enemy assassin, apparently working for the Byzantines in Antioch. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. That doesn't mean they were necessarily trying to kill us. They could have just been using the port and moving through. But I certainly wouldn't hold anything against them. Okay, we've got Prince Friedrich, who just came of age, apparently. Strange natural leader. All right. Now, the question is, do we have clear shipping lanes? And the answer is yes. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome stuff. Where our realms are contiguous, so with that in mind, let's see. We're going to move some of these guys out. and that's going to be a problem for some of the others. So Prince Friedrich is now our new heir, so he must be the son of Emperor Ludwig V, who is now 50 and is arguably not that long for the world. Now, I can also tell that we've entered the high era, and I can tell that by the composition of the bodyguard unit. So you can see the barding, the armor style is different from what you saw before in the early period. These are our Royal Knights, like this, and then high era Royal Knights, just a little more fancy, right? So that's the high era for you. I don't know if... Yeah, I guess the stats are different. So we've got excellent attack, very heavily armored. So now our Royal Knights are going to be a bit more useful in combat, so it may be worth using them. Let's see. This guy, I think, is going to be pretty loyal. We'll keep him around down in Tripoli. I think everybody else can hang out here, too. Everyone else's loyalty is looking great. We'll bring these, the king and 2 sons. I should probably leave the Order Foot Soldiers, too. It just makes sense. We'll just bring the Royal Knights back. Bring them right back to Venice. Nice. Okay. My king is back in the territory. Everything seems good. We're going to have to watch this, though, next season, because there could be a change to public order and loyalty down here. Okay, let's go with another bark in Tripoli, and we'll start getting trade up north to the Black Sea again. And the very interesting thing that I'm noticing is we got the Byzantines in Sardinia. They're not at war with the Italians, at least not currently, so possibly they bribed or invaded this when it went rebel. So let's go up here. I think this is the only other place their king could be, but we can do this trick. Propose a ceasefire, and this is going to tell us where the king is. Yeah, he's in Corsica. So, do we want to do that just now? How about we do one last attack? We're going to gather all these guys from Burgundy. And let's bring down pretty much everybody here. We'll leave the Duke of Franconia in Lorraine. All right, and that's looking pretty fine, actually. All these guys can join, and all of these guys can join. And Milan is actually looking very happy. So yeah, feudal knights. It might be worth... Oh, but now we can train chivalric stuff. Okay, chivalric sergeants. Yeah, let's do feudal knights. You just don't see them that much, so I'm very happy to see them appear on the campaign. All right, we're going to do one last attack here into Provence with units that were not involved in any of the other fights so far. Let's bring some Genoese sailors, and now we've got crossbows. Awesome. Okay, so we've got a few choices here that just opened up. We've got crossbowmen, missiles good versus armor. So this is different than the bonus attack versus armor that melee units get in this game. They did these completely differently for some reason. So basically, with ranged units, when it's good versus armor, they ignore a certain amount of armor. I don't know what the specifics are. It works kind of like it does in Rome, right? You ignore a certain percentage of the target's armor. But with melee stuff, you're adding to the attack based on how much armor the enemy unit has. So if you're attacking with Swabian swordsmen, bonus versus armored troops, you're going to get a higher attack bonus if you're attacking very heavily armored units. You're still going to have to get through the armor, right, in order to actually damage them. So I don't know exactly the specifics of that calculation or why that was done that way. But these guys are just quite good. Like, having anything that is just a ranged unit that's good against armor is really, really nice. They're slower is the issue. But they're also armored. I mean, that's not nothing, too. They can do really well in archer duels and even in melee. Pavese crossbowmen are just another rank up. We're going to have to build the next level of archery building to get Pavese arbalesters, which are kind of like the gold tier. Because we get arbalesters. So you got your crossbowmen, then you get your crossbowmen with a big old shield, right? And support costs are exactly the same. It's just a matter of, do you want to spend an extra 25 florins right, for the Pavis. And I think, yeah, why not? I don't know if there's any other differences other than that. But then here, we've got this, right? Missiles very good versus armor for the arbalesters, whereas missiles were only good versus armor for the Pavis crossbowmen. This game was like allergic to giving you numbers. Like they wanted you to know the number of men and the number of cost that it would take and how long it takes to train. Everything else, it's going to be impressionistic, and we're going to use adjectives, right? Or adverbs. They're good or they're very good, right? And that's how you know. Okay, but let's go with some arbalesters, because this is a pretty awesome piece of art here. One of my favorite images. So I'm going to go for that. Again, same support costs as any of these other crossbows. I'm going to train up 4 of these guys. And otherwise in Genoa, well, kind of feels like a waste to not train Genoese sailors. But let's go ahead and stick with that for now. Let's go with a shipwright. And we're going to see if we can get into Provence. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and do both of those things. I don't know which one's going to resolve first, but let's just see. All right, the Danes have got a pretty strong presence in the north of Spain. All right, yep, the Italians withdraw, Provence conquered. All right, Poland is gone. I was wondering. Okay, well now the people of Novgorod have nothing else to do other than to either attack us, attack the Hungarians, or who knows, right? I'll have to check the diplomacy. This is the remnant of the Polish armies. It may take a few years for these to be swallowed up by the other factions. All right, there we go. Let's get our ceasefire. True cross. Okay, Catholic zeal increased throughout Spain, so it might be worth doing a crusade down to Almohad territory if the opportunity presents itself. And no ceasefire with the Italians. That stinks. All right. Well, you know what? I think that's kind of okay, only in the sense that the Italians don't have a very strong presence anymore. And I'm pretty sure that the only 3 provinces they own are Corsica, Toulouse, and Grenada. I think every other place they have, well, they've got allies around them for the most part. They're allied with the Almohads, so they're not going to be pushing into North Africa soon, at least. They could theoretically branch out against the Spanish, but they're not going to be going into Hungary or crossing over there. The Byzantines own Naples. So that is something to consider for when we do get around to completing, or at least taking another nibble at the Holy Roman Empire glorious achievement, which, as you can tell, is now gone. Now we're just going along with homelands and conquest stuff. But that is going to change. That will update as we get closer to the next 19-year mark for the year 1225, 19 years away. We are behind currently the Byzantines in terms of homelands. They are conquering stuff in terms of points, rather, but I look at the homelands like we will overtake them basically next turn. Right? It'll be close, but we're gonna basically be overtaking them. So I'm not too concerned about that. We can make that up by doing some bribery, I guess. But otherwise, what I'm really interested in doing is, if not getting peace with the Italians, at least entering a sort of Cold War phase where we do not have to worry about actively fighting just to defend our territory. Next, we can work on expanding, building, taking advantage of some of these new units. And as you can see, no more Swabians, unfortunately. But thanks to the swordsmith that we've built, we can finally train chivalric men-at-arms. New era, new period, new units. And also some new threats going to emerge. Maybe not in the next episode, but most likely the one after, where we're going to have to be watching the east for the emergence of the Mongols. So I hope you'll stick around for that. Until then, everybody, take care.